Hello guys, welcome back to the show. Today we'll be talking about the game week number 23. Of course, the Premier League is back tomorrow, and on Sunday also we have got games. There's a big match on Sunday involving Manchester City and Liverpool. Yeah, you understand the magnitude of that match, and so we're just going to run through the odds for all the clubs, and just going to give a lot of attention to the top 6 clubs, or top 8 if you want to call it. And so on Saturday, just going to give you the breakdown of what we're having this weekend. Aston Villa will be playing against Arsenal, Burnley against Brighton, Newcastle against Southampton, Fulham will be playing against West Ham, and then Manchester United against Everton. Sunday we have Tottenham taking on West Brom Albion. Wolves will be taking on Leicester. Liverpool will be taking on Manchester City, and Sheffield United will be taking on Chelsea. There is one last match on Monday, which will be involving Leeds taking on Crystal Palace. Now, one of the on Saturday, we have Arsenal, we have Manchester United. Those are the clubs we're going to talk about. And so for Arsenal, they lost their last match against Wolverhampton Wanderers, and there's a lot of fury there about the quality of refereeing in the EPL January. We'll be talking about that with my favorite pundits in our next session. But for now, of course, West Ham beat Aston Villa in the last match, but this does not mean that Arsenal can hold their heads up and say, if West Ham beat you, we can also beat you. But again, in their inverse match, Arsenal lost 3-0 against Aston Villa. Aston Villa were a better team during that time, but Arsenal have grown in terms of mentality. The characters as players are coming into form, and it's going to be a very, very difficult game, very close game, and I would just hope that the Gunners will not bother about Jack Grealish, because the reason why West Ham beat Aston Villa is because Jack Grealish was manned by around 3 players, and that's how they nullified their attack. I don't know whether Arsenal are going to go into this match just targeting Grealish, or they're just going to go into this match, saying, we have to play our game because we are a better team. And so that will be so interesting to see. Arsenal will be without David Ruiz, and of course Ban Leno also will be absent because of red cards. So it will be so interesting also to see whether Arteta will start with Ronaldson or Ryan Marty. So it will be so interesting to see. So the next match, like I said, will be involving Manchester United taking on Everton. This is a very, very difficult match, and Manchester United, having won 9-0 against Southampton Wanderers, was a freak result. But even so, it will give them a lot of confidence. This will also be a lot harder for them, though, because 9-0 is a very, very huge win. And so you just imagine whether they be able to replicate that, which is next to impossible. And I also feel like maybe players will feel like they're superior against, of course, Everton. Everton is a bit inferior proposition. It will be so interesting on how this match will pan out, but this will be very, very tough. Everton have the quality, to beat any team in the English Premier League, and they have a very quality coach, Carlo Ancelotti. So when this is going to be a very, very difficult game. I'm just looking at a situation where Manchester United players, the key players, Bruno Fernandes, Cavani, or Martial, if they are able to, take their chances correctly and put the game to bed very early, no late shows, I think this will be a win for Manchester United, hopefully. But it's a very, very close game. Now, on Sunday, we have Tottenham taking on West Brom Albion. Tottenham have lost their match against. Actually, Tottenham is one of the teams that is really doing poorly. I don't know whether it's down to Kane's absence, but one player missing from a team does not mean a team can capitulate this way. But the only good news for Tottenham is that after suffering their third the successive league defeat against Chelsea on Thursday, it appears that Harry Kane will be back from injury sooner than expected. Yeah, so that's good news. Hopefully he's able to feature, and if he does, you know what Kane can do. Even though he doesn't score, but his presence in the field, you know, means a lot. Now the Badges have picked up only 1 point from their past 4 games and are 10 points from safety, which is a heck of a lot of ground to make up. It is very difficult to see how they can turn things around to get out of this situation. Yeah, so I think Tottenham will be able to win this match. Hopefully they will. Now, what about Leicester and Wolves? Wolves will be playing at home, and Leicester also. So Leicester will be the visitors. Wolves fight back to beat Arsenal was a great result, and it felt like a big achievement after 9 games without a win. And it wasn't a very convincing result because we saw Arsenal go down to 9 men, and that is what actually made the difference. And so Leicester had a bit of a dip when they dropped points against Everton and Leeds. So they are also not really in a good run of form, but this will be a very, very interesting encounter. I think for me, I think it will be a balanced game, maybe a draw would work for me. So another games involving Liverpool taking on Manchester City. Liverpool are playing at home against Manchester City. These are the champions against the league leaders, and so it will be so interesting to see how both managers will line up. Liverpool right now are not looking so convincing in the attack. They lack Sadio Mane. If he's able to make to the match day, that will be a very, very big boost for Liverpool. And you know what Sadio Mane does is that he's type of attack, you know, pressing attack. Whenever Mane is playing, is very different. Yeah, when you look at Liverpool playing without Mane and Liverpool playing with Mane, you could see the difference. So it gives the team a very different dimension altogether. And Manchester City also have this will be a very big test for them if they win this match. Having, of course, they are playing away from home. It will be so interesting to see how it will be, how things will work out. And so Manchester City has won at Anfield, has not won in Anfield since 2003, and since they have lost 13 out of their 19 matches, there is a lot to be seen in this match. So Sunday is obviously a great chance for City to end this run poor form, but it's Liverpool who need the points more because they have slipped off the pace of the top 4. I don't think either side will go out to win this, though. I'm expecting it a bit, cagier than that. So both teams will be very, very precautious, and they will be taking a precautionary approach to this match. Of course, they will be wanting to win. All teams will be wanting to win, but again, they all will be avoiding a defeat. So it will be so interesting to see how things will pan out. For me, I predict yet another draw in this match. Chelsea taking on Sheffield United. Chelsea have not lost a match, not lost a game ever since Thomas Tuchel took over the reins there after the sacking of Frank Lampard. So it will be so interesting to see how things will pan out. But Sheffield is very inferior in proposition, but anything can happen. So this is a match where Chelsea are favorites to win, but nothing is so certain in football. And so it will be so interesting to see how Tuchel will line up, because he has kind of put a lot of faith on Chelsea's old guard. Talking about Jorginho, talking about Alonso, Kovacic. So it will be so interesting to see what will happen. And I just want to invite you to leave your comment about your prediction about the EPL week number 23 in the comment section below, and let me know what is your feeling about all this. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.